Welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to discuss about integers. Okay, so actually in our daily life we came through many of the numbers, isn't it? Without numbers our life is not valid, in the sense we are living on this earth by using the numbers, isn't it? So in various situations we use the numbers. So generally the numbers formed by the digits. We know 0 to 9 are called digits. With the help of these digits we can generate infinite numbers. Okay, so that is the study about the numbers. Okay, now if you consider the number systems in mathematics, we have different types of numbers, different systems. Okay, so here if you notice the natural number system, it stands for n. N stands for natural number system, natural numbers, which is represented with capital N. So naturally or generally for the purpose of counting we use these natural numbers. Okay, for example, if we consider we are going to count the number of books with us. How can you count? Yes, we'll start with 1, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Even in order to count the number of students in your class, again it starts with 1 only, isn't it? So generally for the purpose of counting we use these natural numbers, which is denoted with the letter n, and these are starts with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, infinite number of natural numbers. Okay, so if we add 0 to this set of numbers, if you add 0 to the set of natural numbers, it completes, means we'll get the completeness. It is nothing but the whole. So if you add 0 to the set of natural numbers, those are called as whole numbers, isn't it? Without 0 our life is not imaginable. Okay, so 0, it is the great gift to the world which is given by the Indians. So when you add 0 to the set of natural numbers, then we will get the whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Okay, so in your previous classes you had studied about these whole numbers, the set of whole numbers in which 0 is the least, isn't it? And even you represented these whole numbers on the number line. Now in 7th class, along with these two systems, this is the new system that we are going to discuss, that is set of integers. Okay, integers. So in order to represent the set of integers we use the letter Z. Okay, now how we have to define the set of integers? For example, do you think any negative values we use in our daily life? Any negative values we use in our daily life? We can consider the temperature of a place, the temperature of a particular place. If it is coolest, then the temperature is lower than 0. Lower than 0 in the sense, actually in your sciences you have studied at 0 degree centigrade, water will be in the solid state, that is known as ice cubes, isn't it? Even you reduce the temperature is again lowered from 0 degree centigrade. In that case you will get negative temperature. For example, in the month of January, if you consider the places like Simla, Darjeeling, not Darling, it is Darjeeling. If you observe the temperatures of the places, those are around -4 degrees centigrade, -10 degrees centigrade, -2 degrees centigrade, and so on. Even if you observe the other countries, even the snowfall will be observed, and at that time the temperatures are less than 0, means those are negative in nature. Okay, so this is one case in our daily life we can observe. And if you observe the any financial statements in the sense, simply if you observe your parents mini statements of a particular transaction, or the bank account statements, bank account note, passbooks, there if anything we had taken from the bank, it shows minus, it is debit. Okay, if it any additional amount we have deposit in our account, that is credit. Okay, even you can notice this sometimes in your mobile phones the balance is in minus. Okay, if you use any loan amount, apart from that, even the amount which is less than 0, that is the excessive use, that is it will be indicated with the negative sign. So those are the some examples we can take, and there you can notice some negative numbers will also exist. So along with these whole numbers, if you consider those negative values, then it gives a new system of numbers that is known as integers. Okay, so here the set of integers consists of 0, all whole numbers I am taking 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Along with these positive values, here 0, we are not saying this 0 as positive. Okay, so these are all positives, and -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. So this set of numbers which consists of 0 and positives and negatives are known as set of integers. This set of integers denoted with the letter Z. And here you can observe the right side of 0. Here it is the right side of 0. Right side of 0, all the values are positive in nature. And coming to this left side of 0, all are negative in nature. Now what about this 0, whether it is positive or negative? How can you say 0 as positive or 0 as negative? See here, in case of these negative numbers, clearly negative values, clearly the sign minus has been shown, isn't it? -1, clearly it is identified as negative. Here only 1 or 2 or 3, no sign is specified which indicates those are positives, which means plus sign is there. Okay, though we are not showing 1 as +1, though we are not showing 1 as plus 1, it indicates positive only. Okay, but in case of negative, definitely you have to use the symbol minus. Definitely you have to show the symbol in front of the number or the digit. It represents, it is a negative integer. It is a negative integer and it is a positive integer. Positive integer. Okay, now coming to our question, what about this 0? 0 is positive or negative? So 0, no symbol has been identified in front of 0, same as like 1, 2, 3 and 4 and so on. Means you may feel 0 as positive, but 0 is neither positive nor negative. This is the conclusion. How to remember this? 0 is neither positive nor negative. Though 0 does not have any symbol in front of that, you need not to consider this 0 as positive. Is it clear to you? 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay, so this is a little bit of introduction about the set of integers, and here we are going to discuss about the representation of integers on number line. Representation of integers on number line. So we'll consider a straight line in order to represent a number line. In general, we have to take a straight line. Why we have to take a straight line? Because a straight line can be extended both sides infinitely. The right side we can extend by infinite, and at the same time the left side also be extendable. So here I will take one straight line. Here it is, the straight line. The arrowheads represents that can be extended. Okay, now you have to identify one point on number line. Anywhere on the number line, consider one point. Okay, identify that as a 0. First of all, you have to identify, you have to give the place for 0. Actually, the line consists of infinite number of points on it. Among those infinite number of points, just consider one point and mark it as 0. And it does not imply it is the exact middle point. It is not a line segment. The line segment has a definite length, so that you can get the exact middle point. Whereas in the case of straight line, it can be extended infinite. It can be extended both sides infinitely. You won't get the exact midpoint. Okay. Now, right side of this you have infinite number of points, and left side of this you have infinite number of points. So those points will be marked as +1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. Okay. Immediately after 0, the next place next place we have to allot it for -1. Okay, and right side of 0, the immediately next place, it will be allotted for +1. Okay, and if you notice the distance between every two successive means immediately next, 2 and 3 the gap is 1 unit, 3 and 4 the gap is 1 unit, 4 and 5 the gap is 1 unit. In the same manner, the gap between -1 and -2 is also 1 unit. -2 and -3 the gap is 1 unit. -3 and -4 the gap is 1 unit. Okay, so these integers are placed on number line in such a way that they are apart of 1 unit gap. The distance between every two successive integers on number line is 1 unit. Okay, so the gap between -1 and -2 is same as +2 and +3. Okay, now here a question will rise like this: what is the integer which is at a distance of 5 units from right side of 0? 5 units from right side of 0. So what is the integer? It is +5. How can you convey the answer? Clearly in the question it is stated right side of 0. Right side of 0 means all are positive. And the distance of 5 units. Distance of 5 units means at 1 unit you have 1, 2 units 2, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. So here it is 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units and 5 units. So the distance between 0 and 5 on number line is how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this way we can represent integers on number line. Okay. Now here we can notice the right side of 0 all are positive and the left side of 0 all are negatives. Okay, and this 0 is neither positive nor negative. Is it clear? Okay, now here little bit of observations. What are the observations? And coming to the positive integers, one is the smallest positive integer. One is the smallest positive integer. And what about the largest or the biggest? It is plus infinite. We cannot say the largest positive value or the greatest positive value. If you say 100, 101 is exist. If you say 1000, 1001 is exist. If you say 10 crores, 10 crores and 1 is also exist. So in that manner you cannot predict or you cannot define the largest positive integer, but you can define the smallest. What is that? 1. So here just note on this. 1 is the smallest. 1 is the smallest positive integer. 1 is the smallest positive integer. This is one identification. Now coming to the negative side. What about this? It is -1. -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on, minus infinite. Now here it is the largest. -1 is the largest negative integer. -1 is the largest negative integer. And we will observe this. How -1 is largest? -1 is the largest negative integer. Largest negative integer. And is there any smallest negative integer? Smallest negative integer is not defined. Not defined in the sense it is minus infinite. Okay. Now before going to derive or before going to observe this, here just observe the nature of the integers on the number line. I am moving along this direction. I am moving along this right direction. Right direction. So when we move right direction on number line, just observe the values. 0 to 1, the value is increased. 1 to 2, the value is increased. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, or 4 to 5, 5 to 100, 100 to 1000, 1000 to 1 lakh, and so on. So if you keep on moving on right side, right direction on number line, what is happening? The values are increasing. Okay, so when you move right direction, the values are increasing. When you move right direction, the values are increasing. Now coming to the negatives, the same thing will be happen. Even in case of the negatives, if you move left to right, that is when you are moving right side on number line, -3, -2. Among these two, what is smallest? -3 is smallest and -2 is largest. This is biggest and this is smallest among these two integers, -3 and -2. Simply I have here among these two integers, -3 and -2, -3 lies left side of -2. -3 lies left side of -2, but whereas in case of -2 lies right side of -3. So the integer which is at right side has more value. The integer which is at left side has less value. Okay, so here if we move right direction on number line, the values are increasing. The values are increasing. If you move left direction on number line, left direction on number line, if you move left direction on number line, the reverse, the values will be decreased. The values are decreasing. Okay, when you move at right side, right direction on number line, right direction on number line, the values are increasing. When we move left direction on number line, the values are decreasing. Okay, say 5 and here 2. 2 is left of 5. 2 is at left of 5. So 2 is smaller than 5. Okay, so the integer which lies at left side has less value, whereas the integer which lies at right side has more value. Okay, so this is about the little bit of introduction about integers. So in the coming classes we'll discuss the more topics about the integers. Thank you for watching.